Welcome to Trade Doc, the Theta Options Trader, where we recap today's close, look at the futures, and scan our ETF watch list of spot opportunity. Today is January 3rd, 2017, about 7:30 p.m. Happy New Year, everyone. Markets just opened today, and the markets, they closed all green with the Dow up 120 points, over a 0.5%, S&P up almost a full percent along with the Nasdaq, and the Russell was up a little bit over a 0.5%. Taking a look at the futures, yeah, as suspected, the majors are down slightly. Bonds are down. The VIX is up a 0.5% along with crude oil. Natural gas is still taking a hit down, another 0.25% down for natural gas. Gold's coming down about a 0.25%. Silver's up, copper's coming up, so it's pretty much basing. The dollar's up slightly. The Aussie is at 72. British pound is at 122.5, and the euro is 104. Take a look at the charts, and here's the story with crude. I had a calendar with calls, and I let this front month expire, and I was long. It was like 11.50 call. I actually sold it at like 49 cents here, and it actually came down, so that was actually a nice pop for me. Said cruise should be trading between 11.80 11.35. Oil Explorers, they came up about 1.5% almost. Kind of closed above this trend line here. We're still short Oil Explorers. Let's see, this is the top of the April price line, so it should come down underneath this. So we're looking for an area under 41. Here's natural gas, and this was a nice pop. A nice drop. Actually down almost 11%. Came down to this zone here where I have as support. Closed out our position in natural gas, after that big gain. So last week we added a short, added a short, added a short, and then boom, one day it all paid off. So natural gas, we'll see what direction it takes. The weather is still warm. So here's gold. Gold's coming up. It was up 0.75%. Now, I'm not selling any of my gold, so we'll see that continue going up. I don't even have any hedges on it, so just to let you know, just trading calendars. There's gold miners, and last week we put a hedge on it, like on Thursday after this drop. Friday we took a hedge off. Today I sold a quarter of the gold miners, and I'm gonna reload once it hits this trend line again. I'm still long gold miners, but we're gonna see it trade this apex until it goes back up again. This silver, we put a long position on last Friday. It came up 2%, so silver's it's tracking up higher, and I don't see that coming back down anytime soon. If it does, it's just a buying opportunity. Is energy sector kind of closed above this resistance level. Still short energy sector, but I'm working on theta, so as long as it doesn't go above I think it was like 77.50. Yeah, 77.50. So probably just gonna let that expire. Utilities, we closed out our position last week. Actually, I should have put an arrow. I just eked out of this position on last week. So my direction with the utilities, they're gonna keep on coming down. I just don't have no position on it right now. I'm just gonna let it consolidate. I definitely like this pattern. It's kind of like rolling over here, so let's keep watching that. Industrial sector is up a little bit over a 0.5%. The volume was a lot better today. So I'm getting along some individual like steel companies, copper companies. So let's watch the industrial sector. This material sector kind of still short material sector. This is my target here at 49. Say if it breaks this 50.34, that's the only way I'd close it out, but I'm gonna stay short until I get another buy signal here. Kind of like the volume is picking up a little bit, and if it picks up to the short side, then I see this target getting hit. Healthcare sector, I said we're gonna go long on it last week, and now you can see it broke out of this apex. So with the healthcare sector, I'd say that it's ready to go to the upside, just with everything that's happening. You see this resistance level, it's right at the resistance level. It's also, so I'll actually put an alert here of 69.99. Let's call it 70 even. Is real estate. Real estate was up a little, almost a 0.5%. Trying to get short real estate again, just because of the mortgage rates and everything. Home builders got short again on home builders, just because Plain and Mechanical, it broke this trend line, kind of closed right there. So we're short. Like that's probably I got 3 home builder companies that I'm short on, and I pretty much shorted on every single one of these. I didn't short each company each time, but different companies on different times, different time frames, and I'm looking for support at 33 and a half. Retail, I got no position in retail, but I closed above this descending wedge, and it's pretty much oversold now. There's a lot of good things coming out of retail. I don't know how the earnings announcements are gonna go, so I'm kind of staying out of retail for a little bit. But there's major stores out there, and I just stick with the common conglomerates if you're gonna go along. Financial sector came down this morning and then came right back up to the beginning. It was up at the end of the day. It was up 1%, right at that apex. I should have just put a calendar on here, but financials on my biggest short right now, regardless of what everybody says. If it breaks this trend, if I'm not going to take the loss unless it goes above 23.76. There's a S&P hit the top of this trend line, and it's looking a little bit more bearish than bullish. But again, I'm looking for support of let's say 223 roughly. No position in the S&P. There's the Dow was up about almost a 0.5%, still underneath this trend line here, so probably gonna see this hop back down. There is a little bit of volume today. First trade there of the year. The Qs, going to go along with the Qs. This was a closing position. I'm not long the Qs yet. I like to pick them back up at the 118 area. The Russell, no position. We just closed out all positions. It's kind of like stabilizing this area. Emerging markets came up 1.25%. We took the position off, and they bounced right back up. So I'm kind of long still. And here's Japan, making it's kind of hit the 20-day moving average. It's got to make its way back up. Is China, and China, we're going to go long China. China was up 1.25%, and this is a position I'm holding on for a while. No options, just ETFs, triple leverage ETFs. Same thing with India. Looks like India made a reversal right here. Pretty average volume, but it's still up almost a 0.5%. and Russia came up. You know, I'm short Russia, but it's dangling up here. It's pretty high. Nothing else that's really notable here. And the VIX, something to talk about here. No position in the VIX. We closed it out for a little bit of a gain, but it's down back to the lowest levels. Thanks for watching. Be safe.